Good morning, Nakiea. You are in accounting and founder of NC Accounting and Consultant Solutions. I'm all interested in learning more about your work and the company. So, how did you get in the field of accounting in the first place?
I got in the field of accounting actually by my father. He was always in banking and just telling us stories. At the time, I think I was one out of my sisters and my brother. I think I was most intrigued. They found it boring. So I was always asking questions or just the more inquisitive one. So I think the banking side first started and then just picking up newspapers and looking at stocks and just familiarizing myself with what, accounting was in the world of finance. So that analytical side, like kind of always intrigued me. So and I still continue to just keep reading and learning more. So my father got me into accounting.
Wow, that's interesting. So, when did you get started? Like, would you say, like, in the early 5 years, 6 years old, you were already into it kind of way?
I would say it was that early, and then it just progressed, which is crazy. I think any job I had, internship, everything was all focused around accounting or some type of money, like doing something with money. So yeah, I'll have to say early. And then I went to the Academy of Finance for high school. So it just kept circulating.
Wow. And so pretty much at the end, you just decided to just continue the career. Like, okay, I'm good at this. I might as well just continue helping people with what I'm good with.
Correct. So in college, I think I was like, you know what? I want to be an auditor. And unfortunately, in the auditor field, like people would always tell me, well, that's a great, career. In order to get into the auditing side, like someone would have to pass away. And I would be like, what?
Yeah.
So I would go look at obituaries to see if someone had worked in that field. So then after looking at the obituary, I can contact that company, which is a wild thing. However, that never happened. And I said, I still want to be an auditor. And as I was working for one company as a staff accountant, I said, I still want to be an auditor. And then, by the grace, I got to be the top auditor, being that of the federal government. So I was doing that for years. So I became an auditor for the Department of Defense for about 10 years. And that was great until I decided to pursue my company, full throttle, I guess you can say, on my own. And that was like an amazing experience where I learned so much. So yeah, accounting and auditing has always been I guess where I wrap my head around things, my comfort zone, which is crazy because people don't like to talk about tax, money, anything.
No. You talk about taxes as business owners, we're out of here. No, thank you. We don't want to hear it. But when you say that someone needs to die, is that really true? Someone really needs to die for you to get that position?
That's what mentors would tell me, that that's really hard field to get in. I was like, okay. And being young, I didn't know any better. I just listened to my mentors and so I'm like, well, I want to get in there. So I'm going to find out. And they would say it's tough because people stay in that career. Obviously I've known that not to be true because I've left that career and shifted, my career aspirations. So, I don't think so anymore. And that was a while ago. But it was tight. Now people are looking for employees. Employers are looking for employees. So I think that opportunity has opened vastly, especially within the federal government.
That's awesome. So you are the founder of NC Accounting and Consultant Solution, which is an accounting firm. Tell us more about the company and the services it offers.
So NC Accounting Consulting Solutions is my heart. I call myself the unconventional accountant because I love to educate business owners and, individuals alike on the importance of financial literacy. So knowing their cash flow, what the inputs are in your business, your income versus the outputs, your expenses. So having financial literacy workshops, business consulting. I do taxes on the business side as well as personal. And then bookkeeping and then accounting, opening up to, your financial statements and making sure you have things documented and together. And so that you don't get dinged by the IRS. later on. So, you're organized and you understand what's going on in your business. So I focus heavily on the small business side. But I think that personal finances work hand in hand with your business, because if your personal finances aren't together, or you don't understand, your credit or how to make your money work for you, then it'll be a little difficult on the business side to sustain and move forward with, producing income and having profits and things of that nature. So I feel that both is important. So I provide that business strategy, that tax preparation, and planning, as well as bookkeeping and accounting. So the only thing I don't do is payroll. However, I do consult that out to individuals if needed, but I keep that to the HR side.
Do you also do audit?
No, I don't do audit as well, which is crazy. I consult that out as well. Because I've done that for so long, I was like, I can step away from that.
Break time. So can you do taxes for businesses and individuals anywhere within the United States, or do you focus just in one state?
Anywhere within the United States as well as Canada. So I have, I'm able to do those. So I'm excited, but all over the U.S. I have the ability to do taxes.
That's awesome. And when you say business, are we focusing just in small businesses or any type of businesses?
No, I can do small businesses, S corps, C corps, nonprofits. So just about any line of business, I have the ability to file those taxes. It's just a lot of people come to me that are Schedule C, so they're sole proprietor, LLCs, and S corps. So those are the type that I usually get that are more frequent in the business. But I have the capabilities. The office has capabilities to do all of those.
I know that you can be with a business for a long term or a short term, where you come, you clean the messes, you get out, or you just do the taxes, you get out. But can a business actually have you as their accounting? That's the to-go person, like the one every month who do everything for. They don't have to worry about it on their own.
Exactly. I do everything from the setup, the business strategy. You're setting up, you go to your attorney to make sure that you have those legal documents together. However, I like to be a part of the growth of a business. So with that bookkeeping, then someone oversees, to make sure the taxes are together, because I don't believe just one eye should be on everything, because you can miss things. So, having that community or, my employees working on everything within the business to ensure that you're moving along the pipeline, because you want to have that small business and startup, you're organizing, your bookkeeping, your accounting on a day-to-day basis. Then when tax time comes, you're ready for preparation, which our office does. And then, if you ever want to sell your business, or, it was a passing of someone in the business, what does that look like for your succession plan? So we are here from start to finish to make sure that your business is viable and sustainable for as long as you want it, whatever your goals are within your business.
I like it because you can be like that back person they always have. You don't just come and like, hey, bye. See you next year.
Right, exactly.
But I know there's something also like if they file taxes, perhaps they get audited by the IRS. Is that something also you stay with them through that process as well?
Yes. So when I file taxes, I incorporate a 3-year audit protection plan with all the taxes that I file. So that way, if the IRS were to come and say, we need this documentation, then you have a full-blown audit team to assist you with getting those documents together and providing that with either the state you're in or the federal government. So yes, I am here for you for that support. I think it's important, for a business to have support, because if it's not your area of expertise, then, you're going to shy away from it. I know that being a business owner myself, like marketing is not my expertise, so I shy away from it. But I'm, head down in my office doing the work. So that's where, I focus on, and that's where I feel most comfortable.
Yes, I agree with you on that. So like numbers is not for everyone. So if you're not a number nerd, so don't even think about it, because you might get lost in paradise.
Exactly.
So you are a certified financial education instructor and a cash flow consultant. What do these terms mean? And how do you guide clients in these areas?
So what that is that, of course, I take the trainings and the classes to get certified in that. But it means that I'm able to look at the theory behind your mindset with spending and
Oh,
then use that theory to assist you with your spending habits. Because I don't even like to use the word budget. And you can say this in the business or the personal standing. I always say a budget sounds restrictive. So we're going to have a spending plan. You're going to spend your money. So we're just going to plan where to spend it.
I like
Um,
that.
I just feel that it's easier for a person to understand their numbers and where it comes from. And then as you go, okay, cash flows, it's supposed to move. You're not supposed to just have something sitting stagnant, your money. So I think having that educational background of your mental mindset, where did you learn your numbers from, why, the theory behind it, will help triculate something in your brain and say, you know what, I need to make a change or I need to understand something a little different so I can move different in my business. And I think that's extremely important with growth and just being able to be content within your financial situation because you should be empowered when it comes to money and you shouldn't be afraid to talk about it in any aspect. I think it's either you have it or you don't, but you're willing to get it. And everyone has a talent. So you should use that talent to assist. I know I use my talent to pay back student loans.
I think I'm going to use my talent to not pay back student loans. But you know what you said? I love it because yes, it's good to have an accounting, but it's good to know exactly how you're gonna spend, how's the things going on with that money, how do you spend it, how do you handle it. So I like that idea, and then that extras you adding to your clients to support them, to educate them to learn how to spend properly, because not everyone knows how to spend properly. Because
Right.
I know people that get the pay from the client and they go to the mall with the money. It's not supposed to work like that, girl.
Right, exactly, exactly. And I don't say don't spend because once again, that goes back to that budget word because it sounds restrictive. But if a person tells you not to spend, that's what you're going to do. That's the first thing you're going to do is go out there and
Yes.
spend. So, I just feel that your money should be allocated to different sectors in your life so then you can feel fulfilled and then you're empowered to go out and make more money because that's sometimes the issue with individuals. It's just that they need to make more money, but we're going to strategize on how to do this with what you have. So that financial literacy aspect is important in the education side too.
Yes, I agree with you on that. But also, there's something you said earlier. I want to bring it back a little bit. You talk about credit. So, are we talking about credit for both individual in business or just individuals?
So both. When I discuss credit, because some small businesses or businesses that come to me are in the startup phase, so I want to make sure I touch them as well. But letting them know that if you don't have established personal credit, then sometimes it may be difficult to get business credit. So we have to work on the establishment or the betterment of your personal credit in order for you to obtain business credit. So we walk through that. We walk through what that looks like, what some credit cards have that may be, better interest rates, what you can get. A lot of people want to purchase cars in their business name. So what that looks like. So I think, that personal and that business finance works hand in hand in order for you to really, get what you want and then not use your money. But you have to get to that stage in your life, I believe, to where, you're using credit and your money as a tool. So then you can obtain the things that you want and invest and you can build those wealthy habits.
And that's something you actually help them through it, the process as well, until they actually get better at it, or it's just you show them how to go do it themselves?
It's a process. Like I have an accountability group that's coming out, and that's what we're going to do in an accountability group. Work on milestones. We're going to look at tax. I feel that those groups, people need to be held accountable. Most of the time, people know what to do in business, or they have this idea. They just don't know how to bring it to fruition. They don't know how to, the technical side of things. Like they might even be doing it. It's just that they don't know they're doing it, or
Quite
they
true.
need like the checklist of, what are the next steps or, what is it? So I think, holding someone accountable and then to hold me accountable as well. because I think I grow and I learn from clients because no one's situation is the same. And there's always something new. So I think that collective group of individuals come in and we work through milestones and goals and just strategy behind growth, I think is a great thing, and I love to assist by educating individuals on what can be done by things that I've learned through the book as well as experience. So I think it's extremely important.
So you talk about this program. How long is it? Is it like it's a group together for how long?
It's to when they don't want it anymore. But I always tell people that it should be a 3-month commitment. So we're building habits and you at least have the foundation down. So if you feel like, you know what, I can break off and go on my own and do what I need to do, then fine. But it's just a monthly. You can come in, you can come out whenever you want to, but at least you'll have the foundation there, the documents, the materials, the group, and then we're going to just work collectively on getting your goals, like your 3-month goals that you have, your short-term ones, complete. That's my goal.
Exactly. But also you make it their goals.
Yes. I want to make sure that, their 3-month goals are going to come to whatever they want it to be, whether it's that credit, putting themselves on payroll, having a business foundation, getting employees, and all those things in business. So I think that's important.
Yes, I agree with you on that. But also, let's talk a little bit about your nonprofit, Everything Kia Project. So you promote financial literacy. Can you tell us more about the organization?
So that's where everything was birthed, actually. That is for teens. And in that aspect, it slowed down a little bit due to the pandemic. However, when prior to that, it was me going out into schools and just letting teens know that whatever they have their heart set to do, that they can do. And understanding the spending plans, what credit is at the very baseline, like how they can obtain those things. So I thought that was very important. And it started when I was assisting in college with people filling out their FAFSA form. So I was like, wait a minute, if I could help you fill out your student financial aid, let's see where else this can take me. So that's what I was doing. Just helping, teen parents. I was really trying to give back at that point because I know how much things have helped me. Or when I couldn't find a resource, I studied and tried to, look and search for resources. And I was like, it shouldn't be this hard to find certain things. So I was like, you know what? I'll be that hub for teens because I know it's difficult. And most of the time, I think my heart is like overjoyed with that because when a teen comes in and they're talking to me, they'll say, you know what? My mom had this situation, or, my dad is going through this. Like, so does this mean that they can pay this bill later? Or does this mean, and I'm like, yeah. So, we talk about it. So I know they're going back and having those conversations with their parents. So that it's a change. And I see a change in the community when it comes to money and just knowing that, knowledge is power. And then when you obtain at least a little bit of financial education, that literacy part, then it could take you a long way. So I'm just trying to touch lives one person at a time.
I think you're doing a great job at it. I wish I know you before I took all these loans. So I understand where it's come from because you're right. As teen, especially even the teen that doesn't have the parents doesn't really not educated on how these things works because they didn't take loans. Some parents didn't go to college. You finish high school and that was it for them. So right. Now the kids want to go to college. They're like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? I don't have money to pay for this. So exactly. I think that what you are doing is very supportive for them. Did you start this back in high school or after you graduated high school?
Right after I graduated high school. And I was just trying to put things together. I didn't know what I was doing then. And I was just out in the community, just trying to help. And then another mentor told me, I think that's how the business side came. Because she was like, okay, like you're doing all these great things and it's wonderful, but you still have bills. So how are you going to pay your bills? And I was like,
yeah, I didn't think that far.
Exactly. I was like, I just wanted to help. So that's when, NC Accounting Consulting Solutions had came about, but I still help on that other side of going into schools, organizations, when students are getting their first jobs, teaching them how to open up a bank account. Because some things I think we may take for granted or that we already know as being simple, it's not to someone else. It's something they may not know. What a check looks like, how to balance a checkbook or anything of that nature, because some things we don't even do anymore. So I find it helpful, like I said, to myself, but also to the students when they get it. And I also appreciate the students whose parents have been teaching them too, or their guardian and that nature. But if a student comes and asks questions, it's full transparency on both sides of the business, whether it's the nonprofit or my for-profit business, is that you get full transparency. I'm looking at you like, wait a minute, you shouldn't be buying that. Or wait a minute, let's find other ways to where we can shift. Because I know I need to do it for myself. So it's like, why not? We're going to be open and honest. We both going to win. I want everyone to win. So I feel that that's extremely important.
Yes, a win-win situation at the end.
Yes. And my heart is just open to just assisting people, but then knowing that when they win, then my blessings come. So I that's just 100% what it is. But I enjoy what I do on both sides. I really do. It's a passion for me. And I think that's why I had left the federal government on that side of auditing, because, I said, this is where my heart is and where I find the most fulfillment and joy. I like talking about taxes. I like opening up a business account, and what that looks like, where you get the lowest interest rates. I like studying all those things, which sounds good. Every time that rolls off my tongue, people, you should see the faces I get in workshops like,
You probably, that's me and your best friend. Hey, Nakiea, what you doing today? Nothing. Let's talk about taxes. I'm busy right now.
Exactly.
Yes, you're right. But I think that what you are doing with teens is very important, because that is something we're not educated on. Because I remember when I was 16, those credit cards start coming. It was like, oh, free money? Ooh, let's go to the mall.
Exactly.
So I wish someone told me it wasn't free money. I had to pay it back. So
exactly.
I think you telling them at an early age that if you use this credit card, you're going to need to pay it back at some point of your life.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened to me. So it's basically telling that story. I think when I start, I don't know how many credit cards I got. There's a law in place where they can't go to campuses and solicit now to get credit cards. But when I was going to school, nope, it was there. And I was like, sign me up. Sign me up.
I'll take it.
I had about 14 credit cards. And that's when I tell my story. Like, you do not want to be like that. I was the type to go in for an oil change, come out with another car and give one to my sister. I didn't see the value then. Like, in a whole car. Like, no, here you go. You can have this. I want a new one. Like, not understanding, like knowing the because I don't have a limited money mindset. I'm always like, oh, money comes to me easy. Money comes to me fast. I have those affirmations. So, but at the time, I wasn't putting my affirmations into practical application. So that caused me to have to, learn things as an adult. But I think when an adult outside of a young adults, a teen's household is telling them, no, this is what it really looks like, they listen more. And I know that because I have a college student.
Start them early. The earlier you start them, the better for them to have a good relationship with money. I think the issues also with people is the relationship you have with money. A lot of time when I say it, people look at me like, what do you mean a relationship with money? You can have a bad relationship with money. You can have a good relationship with money. A good relationship with money is learning how to spend it and when to keep it in your bank account. So
exactly. And we go through all of this. That is so true.
I learned that the hard way. As a teen, credit card, I'll take it. Credit, I'll take that one too. Loan, oh, welcome to the neighborhood.
Understand.
Yes. So it's hard. So I'm glad to see that what you are doing, because it's important. So now How important is financial education for women?
I think women should be empowered by numbers. Women should be able to understand and know that although we are limited with our pay, in many aspects still, unfortunately, that we should still be empowered to go out there and learn more about what we can acquire and obtain, learn more about how we can use our own personal money or the money we set aside for our own persons, to just succeed more. And that knowledge is key. And I know sometimes it may get discouraging, or you may say, I don't have enough, or what can I do to, push forward in my financial journey. But just keeping aligned with the education piece. And there's so many books, just reading and, going on YouTube and finding someone or an accountability group like me to just keep you moving along. Women in finance, women with money. I mean, we're here and we're out here to help. So I just, just encourage and, empower you to just look and see that, everything lies within you. Honestly, I don't think anyone can, myself included, tell you what to do exactly for yourself. But these are just guidelines. These are just things that may have helped or happened through research, through, personal experience, through the theory. However, I feel that women should be empowered, and it's so important that we can reign and move on our own dollar, and that we have the opportunities to. And if we don't have the opportunities to, we create them ourselves.
Amen to that. So you also host webinars, trainings, and workshops. So how do you act as a resource and train individuals to obtain positive, healthy financial lifestyle?
This is going to sound crazy, but through my webinars and through everything, of course, I give you practical application, but it's doing what you want to do in that application, because you have to feel and want to be empowered in doing whatever it is that you're doing. So if it feels restrictive, or it feels like, you're not going to be able to get through it, then you're not going to do it, or you're going to stop, go. And I think with those webinars and trainings that are, that are put out on my website, that anyone can go and just, take one and, sit in the comfort of your home. So where you don't have to, feel like someone's watching you, or, feel that, you can't get the information, or it's too much. It's there for assistance, to help you move along in your journey. So I feel that, those workshops and webinars and recordings that I have there will just empower you and keep you moving forward. It will give you a blueprint to how to move within your business, within your personal, because they're both there. So I think that it's important to study and tap in. Just tap in. One thing may spark a mindset or something in my life. Wait a minute, I didn't know that, or I knew that, but didn't know it could be applied this way. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else I can learn. Things of that nature.
And it seems like also it sounds like when you're lost, you don't know what to do, that can actually get you unstuck.
Exactly.
So also one thing that you talked about earlier, you say unconventional accounting. So can you tell us more a little bit about that?
So I say unconventional because I'm so heavy on reading and research that I don't believe in the word no. I know that it's based upon interpretation. So I'm going to find the answers and get you the reasoning behind things based on my interpretation off of what I've read, because I know that when put in front of something, unless it's in plain black and white, it can be interpreted different. So with that interpretation can help a person, whatever they want to do within their financial journey. So being that unconventional is that although I'm working with you on your bookkeeping or we're doing tax, I'm going to teach you what's going on. I'm going to tell you, okay, a Schedule C is for a sole proprietor or a DBA individual. And then that, you can't, I'm going to give you nuggets while I'm doing a service for you, because I feel that everyone should know what's going on with their money. At all levels, whether it be that, that college student that's coming to me to do with taxes, I'm gonna tell you, what, you have, taxes taken out here, or if they want to acquire a business, what that looks like on their FAFSA, I'm going to give you information. So that's why I say I'm unconventional, because I'm not just going to do the work and then leave you alone. I want to walk you through this journey because no one handheld me or walked me through it through its entirety. So I feel that that's just an extra of my give back, or that's just something that I want to do because I feel that when you're empowered, you make better decisions. And then if you make better decisions, then it's not helping me. It's helping our community as a whole. So I think that whole aspect of being unconventional is that I want to see change. In order to see change, you have to be the change. So I'm going to be the change.
I love it. You are the change. But also one thing that also they feel like they are not alone.
Yes.
Especially
yes.
as women and as teens, fresh in college. Yeah, we need that type of support because sometimes we can feel left out and starting something new away from home and we don't know what to do anymore.
Right. It's so many wonderful women that have when I tell you the business ideas that I hear by working with women and what they want to do, but sometimes, it could be the money that's holding them back from any type of, whatever situation they may have, whether it's personal, whether it's business, their household. But when you hear those things and you see the light shine within someone, when they talk about what they want to do or how they're doing it, I can't even describe how it fulfills me with being able to bring that to light or tell them, you know what, yeah, you can do it. Like, we're going to do it. Like, it's no ifs and buts. We may cry. We both may cry, but it's going to get done. And that feeling is unreal. Like it I don't even know how to even explain it. Man, women, we're just some powerful beings. I can't even, there's no words for it.
I wish everyone can see it because it's there. Even when you don't pay attention to it, it's there.
Right. That is so true. That is so true.
So financing, accounting are mostly a male-dominated field. So any word of advice for women who want to get into this field and start something on their own?
Live within your authentic truth. Not everyone will be receptive of it, and not everyone will like that you're in their space, especially in this male-dominated space. Especially, honestly, as being a Black woman. However, when you're put in a position by whatever higher being you believe in, then it's for you to do. So I feel that when you walk in your purpose, everything else follows. And it's not going to be easy, but you find yourself a support group, mentor, coaching. Just, you can even put that out on LinkedIn somewhere, anywhere, and just try to stay encouraged because it isn't easy. However, you will make it and you will succeed. And it's there and it's in you. If something is in you that you want to do, especially in this financial world, then just do it. Like, there's no barriers. Who gonna check you?
Oh my goodness! But you also know that next month is Black History Month, and it's a month that I like to celebrate. I don't celebrate it because I'm Black. I celebrate it because of all the people that stand, regardless if it's white, Black, that stand and fight for us. I think that it deserves being celebrated. So any words of courage that you have for Black women out there that just want, especially coming out of COVID and everything else, that just need that courage to let them know that it's okay, you can do this, you got this?
Everyone that came before us have done it, I think, with worse circumstances. And now that we're in a place where we have more, not all, but more freedoms, I feel that it's our time. And you should take your gifts and use them to the well-being of the world. And it sounds cliche, but I just encourage women, Black women, to just live in your truth, whatever that truth may be, and focus on just being your authentic self, because you will find the right people that latch on to your authenticity. No matter of how you look, the way you talk, how you walk, everything, that's your power. So when you hold and you feel authentic within that power and you are confident in that power, people will naturally gravitate to you, and it's the best feeling ever. So I just tell people to walk in their power, and I encourage people, my Black people, especially next month, to walk in your power. It's there. We have it. It's nobody like us.
Nope, not at all. And I'm not afraid to say it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Nakiea. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, having this conversation with you. Anything else you'd like to share with us before I let you go?
I just appreciate you. I appreciate everyone for listening. My contact information will be around, but my website hosts everything. And if I can be of encouragement to you, you can send me an email, something on my website, and I will surely encourage you to go out and do what it is that you want to do. But I appreciate this.
Oh, thank you so much, Nakiea. I appreciate what you are doing, helping the youngs or the teens, women out there, Black women. We need that type of support. And I'm always happy to meet other women doing it. I feel like I'm not alone.
Yes, right. Thank you.